Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Katarina Doyle. I am here with Creative Scrapbooker magazine and the lovely Allison Orthner.
Hey everyone!
So Allison comes with me to shows and we do lots of different events all across North America, and now we come to you virtually from my home office, my studio, and we've got Allison this time. We're going to try and reenact a show booth. So when we're at a show, I'm in there talking up the magazine and so on, and Allison's over on the side of the booth and she is doing a demo. And so we're going to move you over to Allison in just a few minutes as she does a really wicked demo.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go get that ready, but know that we miss you, and I would love at some point you come play, but today you're gonna just play with me in the studio here. So yeah, I'm gonna get that ready.
Perfect. We will be together soon. I can feel it. I can feel it. Okay, so for now, let me tell you a little bit about the magazine. So we have a show special, because that's what we do when we go to shows. If you do a 2-year subscription at the show, it's $79.25. Works out to $8.90 or $9.38 an issue. $9.38 an issue, delivered to your house, all in, tax in, shipping in, everything in your hands, delivered right to you for $9.38 an issue, $79.25. The show special is, if you do it today, you get the winter issue shipped right to your house, and we pack in a free gift and some extra fun swag, and it's just an awesome thing to receive, and you're gonna love it. And the free gift is something you will use, I promise you. It's awesome. One of the most important things this time of year is gift giving, and it feels really good to give this gift because it's something that they will receive and enjoy for the entire year. So the magazine comes out every 3 months, 4 times a year: spring, summer, fall, and winter. You don't want it more often than that because it is so full of ideas and tips and tricks and step-by-steps and so forth. So the magazine, for those of you who are not familiar, for those of you who are, leave some comments behind, let other people know what you think. The magazine is very full of ideas, lots of inspirational layouts and cards. So lots of different ideas and styles. There are cards in the magazine, there are layouts in the magazine, all different kinds of styles as well. Layouts with lots of photos, layouts with just one photo, more simple layouts, more simple cards, and more complex cards, all kinds of variety. Here's Allison's article. This is the Bible Art Journaling article that Allison does, and she's going to allude to that one in just a bit as well. And so lots of different styles. Then we move into some of our frugal scrapbooker. This is where Connie, this time she always goes and finds something really interesting in her house or her garage, and this time she found it in her bathroom. She found old makeup from the 80s. Blue? No, I'm kidding. Mine would have been blue because, well, who didn't have blue makeup? And so they put makeup on your layouts and on your cards. So really kind of a fun article. She's been doing that for 15 years, okay, coming up with really cool frugal tips. So really neat. 15 years. You can see behind me here all the different kinds of magazines that we've been publishing. Lots of different cards, layouts. What I love about Jackie Ledledge, she is the editor-in-chief of our magazine, my business partner, my sister-in-law, and she and her team put together such a wide variety of topics and themes and looks and feels for the magazine that every issue is very different from the one before, and it really does inspire you and get you thinking outside of the box, and I love that. You don't feel like you're going through every issue the same over and over again. So it's really, really cool that way. In the magazine, lots of techniques. I wanted to show that to you. And for those of you who are just joining us, show special, get a 2-year subscription here at the show. Let us know when you get the confirmation email that you ordered it through the Mega Meet. And then we will send you the winter issue and a free gift, okay? And some extra swag as well, because we get to do that, and that's always fun. So that's the kind of stuff that we like to hand out at an event as well. So these step-by-steps here are done in a way that they are easy to follow. They make sense. So one of the things people say is that they love the imagery, they love the instructions below, They also love that you don't have to often go out and buy a whole bunch of new stuff, because a lot of this stuff that we're using in the step-by-steps in the magazine is using products that you already have, okay? So I'm at the 5-minute mark. I think it's time for you to stop listening to me, and I'd shimmy you over in the booth to the lovely Allison Orthner, and who's going to do a demo for us.
All right. So what I normally do, I'm demoing what you do with all the product that you've just bought at the show. Because we all do it. We buy things and then we don't really remember how to use it. So that's one of my favorite things to do. But today I'm going to show you another of my favorite. And I hoard napkins.
I'm going to step away.
I love napkins. And something else that if you've done napkins, but you've kind of missed this, you know the little tissue bags and little bundles that you get? A lot of times they're at the till at a store, and you're supposed to blow your nose into these. I'm like, no, we're going to craft with them. And the craft that I want to do today, kind of to inspire you, is called inspiration card. And so what I do is I create little pretties, and then I find some quotes that really resonate with me and touch my soul. And you know, there's some days it's pretty hard getting through life right now, and some days you just need a little bit of inspiration. So I am going to show you how to make some little inspiration cards using these tissues, which are just like napkins, but they're tissues. And yeah, so come along with me and let's play. All right, so like I said, it's a napkin transfer, but we're using tissues, the little nose tissues. And what I love about these, especially when we're making these little inspiration cards, which by the way, I use Super Stock, which is a Creative Scrapbooker magazine's extra special, really thick cardstock. So I use Super Stock as my base, which is really durable. But what I love about these tissues is you often have this repeat pattern. So we can do several different cards just even off of one tissue. So now, how do we do these tissues? What I'm gonna do is, this is a completed card, and I'm gonna make this one that I've already done the base out of, and I just wanna show you basically how to attach then the napkin to it. So this has just got a painted base with some colors. I attached some text paper, some other paper, some hymn book paper, and then I've let that dry. So now we're going to take our tissue. Now here's the key with the tissue paper. If you've never done this before, napkins and tissue have layers, so you need to peel off the layers. Now I can tell there still is another layer. It's not quite thin enough. And here's a little trick that I've learned. Take a little piece of tape and then stick it down and pull it up, and look at that. What a perfectly fun and easy way to get that final last layer of your tissue or your napkin off of there. Now you can use this too as a bit of texture on a background on one of your cards too, but for this one we're just going to set that aside. Okay, so now I'm down to my last layer, and I'm probably going to add a butterfly over here, and then I'm going to do one up here. Now when you've got this tiny thin paper, if you put it on a fairly patterned or dark background, it's going to change the look of it. So what I've done here too is I just added a little blob of some white paint so that more of the butterfly in this true really pretty purple is going to show up. So what you want to do next is, I've got a little glass of water here, and this is how, instead of cutting it out with the scissors, you want a bit of a frayed edge. So what I'm going to do is kind of just go around like this butterfly here, and then look at that, where I added the line of water, and now it's just beautifully frayed. So this is what I'm going to add now onto the card. And what I used to do that is my decoupage. You can use Mod Podge, you can use decoupage, you can use a gel medium. Doesn't really matter. So I'm going to put the first one maybe up here in this corner. So you just do a nice generous layer there, and then you carefully lay it down, and you don't want to move it around too much because it is quite fragile, but look how pretty that is. And then you just spread it out. And I am so okay with little tears. In fact, sometimes I even intentionally peel it back and tear it like that too. So the edge, it just looks a little bit more like it belongs on the paper there. There, like that. And I'm gonna do one more. So you can kind of see how that looks there. Do one more on the other side. Again, take my water, this is just water, and do a little line around. Okay, and then you just gently tear, and it shreds the edges so pretty so that everything blends in. All right, so this is the one I'm going to place over here, kind of on the white spot that I did there. So again, isn't this just like, it's therapeutic too? It's just so nice to do. And I have done this, as Katerina said, in my Bible art journaling article in the magazine, and shown you a lot of different ideas, especially because napkins are so thin. They work beautifully on thin Bible paper as well. And I'm just gonna lay that down there and mush it down. Add a little bit on top to kind of seal it. So if I do want to add a little extra detailing, which I usually do after this dries, what I would probably do next, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my little quote, because that's the most important thing. So my quote for this one I picked, it takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. And I think I'll put it right about there. Don't think too much about things. Touch that there. Perfect. And then once it's dry, I would take a little bit of marker. This is a Kelly Crates, and I would just like add in maybe some little swirls from the butterfly, kind of like what I did on this one, little dotted lines. I would take some shading around my quote, and voila, I have another beautiful little inspiration card. Love that.
Allison, that was wonderful.
Look
Thank
how
you.
Cute. And I just want to do a shout out in the spring issue.
Oh, yes.
I've just discovered something new. If you're a napkin hoarder like me, have you ever seen rice paper? It's thin like napkins. Check out these patterns, these butterflies and birds. So I'm going to play in my Bible art journaling and test this out and compare it to tissue.
So
and
spring
napkins.
2021.
Oh my gosh. Yes, spring 2021. Watch for rice paper in there.
Yeah, yeah. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
I can't wait.
So, and what I love about Allison's step-by-steps is that they're quick and they're awesome, and you can do them in art journaling, Bible art journaling, on your layouts, on cards. This is wonderful. Lots of tips, tricks, ideas in our magazine. Check it out, you guys. You guys are going to love it. 2-year subscription. When you get your confirmation email, tell us you found us at the Mega Meet, and then we will send you the winter issue and a free gift. And yeah, oh, don't forget to give a gift subscription. We will send this card and a handwritten note on this side, because I'm reversed, on a handwritten note to your gift recipient to let them know that it's from you, and that will come to them as well. So,
and maybe you just want to give yourself a gift subscription, like Happy Mail to you, Merry Christmas to you 4 times.
Totally, it's totally your happy mail.
Yeah.
Okay, signing off. Thank you.
Love you all.
Thank you.
Take care. Stay healthy.
See you. Bye.